know it's wrong, but I knew it all along. I just thought it would be nice to not have to pay the price. You are someone I adore. What I think you're alive for, so you're an individual. You have your own schedule. We are both mostly free. There's so many sights to see, and is it worth it? I think it might be worth it if the sights would come to me. Welcome, children, to my analysis on Dave Ramsey. That is right, children. Today we are going to be talking about Dave Ramsey. For those of you who do not know who Dave Ramsey is, he considers himself a financial guru. Now, he's very simplified, and there are five main points that I disagree with Dave Ramsey on. You will actually end up with $4 million more if you listen to me than Dave Ramsey. You will actually only end up with $1 million if you listen to Dave Ramsey. You will end up with five if you listen to me. Okay, point number one. Okay, point number one is invest in passively managed funds. They have lower expense ratios, way lower, in fact, 8 times lower than actively managed funds. Okay, so I'm just saving you about 50% more money. So that adds about $1 million. Okay, now this next one is very important to me. This is my whole channel is based on this. Education. I absolutely despise the American education system. I recommend you move to another country, learn a different language. That's your education. Don't bother trying to get better wage because they're just going to tax you at the end of it. Okay? Don't go to college. Disagree with Dave Ramsey on that point. Okay? That was rule number 2. That was the second thing I disagree with Dave on. Okay, third thing I disagree with Dave on is debt rates when it comes to mortgages. Do not pay off your mortgage early. There's no reason to. Just invest in the stock market. It's higher return in the stock market because everybody's doing it. And the reason why the stock market rises is because of inflation, way more than the debt rates on the mortgages. Because I don't know, right now there's no reason to pay unless your mortgage is like 5%. There's no reason to pay off your mortgage. There's none. Okay, you're gonna make more money at the end of your retirement if you focus more on the investing side than the actual paying down your debt on the mortgage. Okay. Rule number 3 is credit cards. Use credit cards, okay? Now, pay off credit cards. You do not want to be paying off credit card interest. If you can't handle paying off credit cards, do not get a credit card. That is rule number 4. If you cannot handle credit cards, don't have a credit card. If you can handle credit cards like me and pay it off every month, well, I don't have a credit card because I don't know how to use one, then don't get a credit card, right? I mean, that's basically, you get 2% free, 2% cash back for free, no taxed, by the way. It's cash back with no tax. How are people not seeing this? Like, this is credit cards are really smart. They really are. If you pay them off correctly, 2% cash back, tax free. That You're not going to get a better deal than that. I'm sorry, you're just not. Okay. Rule number 5. This is the big one. There's this thing where you pay off debts. You pay off either your highest rates for, like, your debts to the snowball method, which is like your lowest. I think it's your, I don't know if it's snowball or whatever it's called. Anyway, there's one where you pay off your lowest debts to your highest debts, or you pay off your highest rates to your lowest rates. In my opinion, if you want to end up with more money, pay off your highest rates first. However, psychologically speaking, it's better to do the second one, your lowest debts to your highest debts. So Dave Ramsey advocates for the second one. I advocate for the first one. I advocate for pay off your highest rates. That means the rate of return that the bank is getting from you. Pay off your highest rates before you pay off your whatever it's called, the smallest debts. I'm sorry. I'm so confused today. I'm just trying to make a point. Do not listen to Dave Ramsey when it comes to finances. Okay, the only thing he's really good at is motivating you to get out of debt. Now, I understand. Dave Ramsey doesn't want you to be enslaved. He tells you don't be enslaved by the lender. And I agree with him. But I disagree with so many points with Dave Ramsey. He is the complete opposite Almost. I despise almost everything about him. He is literally the opposite of my ideology, right? He's this Christian guy who's like religious and he's big on, government education. I'm the opposite. I don't like government sponsored education and I don't like religion. I want to stay away from those things, right? And so as a libertarian, as a anti-academic, anti-authoritarian, uh, libertarian, Dave Ramsey doesn't make sense to follow because it's not in my code. It's not in my DNA. It's not something I'm willing to enslave myself over. He's advocating, he's saying go college debt free. Obviously, that's a good thing. But you shouldn't be going to college anyway because they're just gonna tax you because you just basically spend money on professors anyway, and the professor's still gonna get your tax dollars at the end of the debt free degree. So it's stupid. Okay, well, I'm actually I'm sorry. I'm getting angry for this one finance guru. I hope I made my 5 points clear. If I didn't, and I offend any Dave Ramsey listeners, I'm really sorry. But you know, it's how it is. Make sure the yarmulke doesn't get to you, children.